What's going on, everybody? What's going on? How y'all doing today? This is your guy, Joe Martin. 750 credit score on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Your favorite big brother, the Simplicity Genius. I hope everybody having a great day today. Um, it's Saturday, so we just chilling. I'm not doing much. I just decided to come down here to my office, show face, drop a quick video, and talk to you all. I hope you all are having a great day. Um, I hope your week has been great, and I hope you are preparing to have a great week next week. Um, like I said, I really don't have no agenda for this conversation today. I just wanted to come in here and just kind of talk, show face, show love, drop a few jewels, maybe, you know. But ultimately, y'all know what I do. I put content together, right? So that's what we doing. I am so excited. I'm so excited. So this week coming up, I will be joining the Rockdale County Chamber of Commerce, and I'm gonna be an ambassador. So, that means that I'm gonna be more connected. Already, I in Rockdale County, I already feel very well connected out there. I love Rockdale. That's where my wife's restaurant, that's where she operates at. Um, the people in Rockdale, the business owners in Rockdale, just Rockdale, period. Uh, it's been good, and I've been kind of moving around Rockdale probably the last 2, 3 years, but it's been just a good experience in Rockdale. So many good people out there, so many good business owners out there. And, I could be a real pillar to the community out there, which I have been a pillar to the community in many places. But Rockdale is cool. I am a member of Henry County Chamber of Commerce. Now, I haven't really been too active in Henry County, but I definitely needed to be a part of Henry County Chamber of Commerce because that's where I pay taxes. That's where my son graduated high school from. That's where my daughter goes to school at in Henry County. Um, and I've been with Henry County Chamber of Commerce probably for the last 2 years, but I haven't been involved, right? I need to figure out a way to really tap into the county of Henry County, because Henry County is so huge. Henry County is a lot bigger than Rockdale County. But for me, right, I just feel like Rockdale County Chamber of Commerce just is being that it's so much smaller than Henry County. Um, I think it's more you more in tune with the businesses. But I know that for a fact soon I will be tapping into Henry County because I've been in the chamber there for about 2 years now, and I haven't really all the way fully engaged in. Um, we are on course right now with Simplicity Genius. We are on course to add an additional $75,000 a month coming in. Not to be all in my finances and stuff like that, but on my board right here, I have a short-term goal. And my short-term goal was to help 150 additional businesses, and that's what my short-term goal is. I'm looking to help 150 additional businesses. So, um, what I know and what I understand is that if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together. So that's why I've been just trying to connect and just uniting with other business owners so I can go far and we could go far together. Iron sharpens iron. So as much as I'm teaching business owners in some aspects, in some ways, they are teaching me as well, you know, and it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to be able to wake up every day and help somebody accomplish a goal, right? That's the most satisfying thing ever about my business and what I've been doing for the last 21 years, right? That's the most satisfying thing in the world, you know. So I tell you this, if you looking at this video and if you are a business owner, if you here in Georgia, get with me. Let me connect you with a couple of these chambers and let me introduce you to some people so that you can really grow your business, right? If you are in another state, right? If you're in another state, look up your local county of your chamber of commerce, right? Look it up and get yourself affiliated with it, because it's so much opportunity there. All right, it's a lot of opportunity there. Um, so I wanted to talk about that. That's a beautiful thing. Another thing, shout out to Ola Mustangs on our first win last night. Well, second really, but that was our first home game. Um, I didn't get a chance to go to the game because I went to my sister's candlelight visual over in Decatur, Georgia. Uh, Rest in peace, Sharon. We love you. Um, you know, we love you. We're gonna always miss you, but we know that memories will last a lifetime. So we're gonna make sure we hold on to our memories. But shout out to Ola, the Mustangs. It was a close game. Just looking at the stats and looking at everything, I believe the score was 34-28. The game was supposed to start at 7, but due to lightning and everything, it was a delay. So it actually started at 8:15. If I would have known that, I would have been able to make it to the candlelight visual, spend time with my family and friends over there, and then get back over on this side of town so I can get to that game. But I didn't make it. I felt it was more important for me to be with my family and friends and comfort them and, uh, in the moment while they're going through what we're going through. So, but man, it's a beautiful thing, y'all. I'm just like I tell people, man, if you are a business owner, or if you had a desire to start a business, you got to understand that you got to have thick skin. You got to have thick skin. And what I mean by that is this, right? In business, is ups, is downs, is ups, is downs. It's never just going to be perfect, right? You're never going to find a situation where it's just perfect, everything clicking and everything is always working. No, you're gonna hit some stumbling blocks, you're gonna hit some hurdles, you're gonna hit some valleys, you're gonna go through some storms, you're gonna go through probably every emotion that exists. You're gonna go through that, right? While you in this journey of building your business and accomplishing a great business, you're gonna go through it, so you gotta keep going. The minute that when some people first hit a stumbling stone or a block or a roadblock, whatever you may want to call it, sometimes the first time a person hit that, man, they ready to check out, they're ready to cut out. But you got to understand this, right? You got to understand this. Always think about your why, right? Why do you get up every day? Even you can attach this to your 9-to-5 life if you're in corporate in the corporate type world, right? We all have a why, and our why is our reason. Our reason. Why are we getting up? Why are we doing what we're doing? You have to identify your why. And when you identify your why, if your why is strong enough to make you cry, you have all the reason to keep going. So like if somebody said, Joe, what's your why? Right? My why would be my family. My why would be my wife. My why would be my kids. My why would be my sister, my brother, my mother, my nephews, my nieces, that's my main why, right? Because I want to be able to be in a position financially to be able to help them when they need help, right? So in order for me to be able to be in a position to help them, I have to have an abundance. All right. So therefore, I know that you will be compensated for the work that you put in. So every day I wake up, I'm putting in work because I want an abundance of finances. I want an abundance of wealth. And wealth could come in many ways, right? You could have a wealth of knowledge. You could have a wealth of money. You could have a wealth of all types of things, but I'm talking about financially wealthy, right? I want an abundance of that because I just want to be able to be who I need to be for them, even if they don't need help. But if they do need help, when they reach out to me, I want to be able to have that for them and say, hey, here you go. Any of my brothers, any of my friends, anybody that I'm locked in with, I want to be in a position where I could be able to help them So that's why I get up and I go hard the way that I do every day. You know, I could go back to like I've been doing this for 21 years, right? And some people might be like, "Damn, Joe, you've been doing this for 21 years and you don't got that abundance yet?" No, because there is no final destination in business. You might set a goal to hit a certain place, and then once you hit that goal, it's not over because now what you're doing is you setting new goals, you setting new heights. So it's never over. It's always a building thing. So no, I'm trying to, well, take that trying word out, right? See, as we grow and as we evolve, there are certain words that has been in our vocabulary or that have been in our vocabulary that we have to learn how to replace. And trying is one of those words, right? Because if I'm doing, I'm not trying, I'm doing. So I'm trying, I got to get that word out of there. But at the same time, we've been operating with these words for years and all our life. But anyway, you know, we just have to make sure we keep going. We got to make sure we keep building. We got to make sure that we keep doing what we're doing. Shout out to everybody that had the thought of building something and actually doing it. You know, one of the most richest places in the world is the cemetery because you got so many people that has left with great ideas, great visions, but they was never able to accomplish those visions. Okay. Now, in some cases, those people just didn't have the resources to do it, but in some cases, the people just didn't have the drive to do it. You got resources out here. You got a lot of people out here that's willing to step up, step in the gap, and help you get to where you getting to, right? But you have to utilize those resources, and one thing that you have to do is you have to understand that if I'm pushing to do this great thing, I have to be willing to invest in myself and I have to be willing to invest in that thing. And we talk about investing in self, that means read more books. Y'all see my bookshelf? My bookshelf right here. My son always talk about, man, you don't read them books. I read every book. I may not read a book all the way through, right? But I might pick up a book and I might pick up a book. I think I got one. Well, I might pick up a book and open up a page, and I feel like, I don't believe in coincidence. I believe in divine order. So what that means is if I pick up a book and I just open a page, right? And I'm looking at that page, it's something that's gonna catch my eye. And when it catch my eye, I'm gonna read it. Okay. And then I might put it down and then I might apply whatever it is that I just read. I might apply it to whatever it is that I'm building, you know? So no, I don't read a book all the way straight through, but I will pick up a book, open it up, find something in that book that resonates. And I feel like words call us, like books call us. All them books, I never just went and said, I'm gonna go look for this book. You know, when I go and I get a book, I just sit back and I look at all the books and I pull a book. It might be a title that grabbed my eye. I pull that book, I open it up. And then usually when the first thing that it opens up to is something that I enjoy reading. So I grab that book, you know. But when you invest in yourself, that means you investing in your mindset, you investing in your mental, you investing in all of that, right? Because that's how we grow, that's how we evolve. All right. That's how we grow, that's how we evolve. And that is what it's about. That's what life is about. It's about evolving. It's about coming from one place to another. It's about coming from a child to a man, a child to an adult. You know, it's always about evolving and growing, and that's what we need to do. Um, it's so much that I could talk about, but I'm not gonna pack everything on this one video. I'm gonna end this with this is saying, man, I'm so excited. My son called me. Um, he called us, he called his mom more than he called me, but he called us FaceTime in a group chat that we have, and I told him, I said, hey, flip the camera around, let me see the campus. And when he flipped the camera around and I seen the campus, something in me just lit up. It felt so good because if anybody know me, right, know us, all my kids was pretty much, Jasmine was before Facebook when Facebook like came. Um, Jasmine had already been, I think Jasmine was probably she was already almost a teenager by the time, she, when Facebook came. But when Trey and Kira came, you know, Facebook was live. So a lot of my kids, my two youngest kids, they grew up on Facebook. I was able to be transparent with them from kindergarten, from the time they was born, all the way up through. So if we look at Trey's situation, right? Trey just turned 18. So everybody seen all the awards that he got in pre-K, kindergarten, all the way through the years. So he grew up on Facebook. Um, and I documented that because, you know, I just want them to know that they can always go back and look. And this is why when I post certain things on my page, it's like my journal, because I can go back through memories and I can see my evolution as a person. I can see the evolution of my kids, but I'm so excited, man. My son in college, he's doing good and he's excited, you know, and it's a beautiful thing. I didn't get a chance to experience college on that level, but to see my son do it, it's a beautiful thing, and I'm excited for it. So, uh, but with that being said, y'all be good, and I am going to finish working through my day. It's still morning here, so I just wanted to jump in here, show face, say what's up to everybody, say peace to everybody. Y'all have a great weekend. Love on your family. Enjoy the weekend. Be great on purpose and prepare for next week because next week is going to be a big week, you know, and make it a big week. Do something productive. I'll holler at y'all later, man. Y'all be good. Peace. We gone. See ya.